some of the families of the vendors are identified as Ndebele. Some of the families of the Mhuadubas are identified as Ndebeles. So we as Ndebele people, I can say we were scattered. We are all over. But looking at the attention that the government gave and the king that ruled in KZN that time, King Zulitini, he was so firm to protect his territory. That's why KZN was an untouched land, because of he was so firm to protect his heritage and the territory. You know, so the difference between the Ndebele and the Zulu is that the Zulu, they managed to grow at one area. If you look at the elections now, you look at the party that was dominating in KZN, it seems like it's tribal, but because of the region or the province understand their politics and their dynamics. So the Ndebele people, we are a lot of people, even some of them, they went to Zimbabwe, they migrated to Zimbabwe. Some, they are all over the world. You can find Ndebele all over. So that's the difference between us. But we are from the same roots. We are all Ngunis.
Okay, nice. So why is it important to discover finally Ndebele culture? Because when someone travels in South Africa, they used to understand and to see Zulu culture. We speak about Shaka Zulu. We speak a lot about Zulu people. So they don't really know about Ndebele. So why is it important for you, Ndebele people, also to share your culture to visitors, and not only to visitors, even to people who are living in South Africa, because they don't all of them know about Ndebele culture?
It is important that our culture, people get to expose to our culture, because of, remember that we are promoting the unity in diversity. So we don't say only Ndebele people. We are promoting the unity in diversity in Africa as a whole. So we are encouraging everyone to be who he is or she is culturally. If you are a vendor, be a vendor. If you are Ndebele, be a Ndebele. If you are a Tswana, be a Tswana. I feel like our culture, our Ndebele culture, with the people who have worked so hard to preserve our heritage and our knowledge, the likes of Dr. Esther Mahlangu, those who have resisted to wear and Ndebele attire day to day. And she became an icon of our community. So that is why our community, we proud ourselves, because of she reminded us of our identity. Imagine if there was no person like Dr. Esther Mahlangu who wore the Ndebele attire every day and reminding us the Ndebele art that she has learned from the parents. So we are going to be lost as a nation, because of the aim of the colonizer is to destroy our cultures. You destroy our culture, you destroy our heritage, you destroy our language, you destroy everything that we do, you have destroyed the nation. So the colonizer's idea was to destroy the culture, because of they see the importance of culture, that culture is a spiritual element. Culture is not just culture. In culture, we can connect with the creator. Some they call him God, some they call him with many names. Culture has a potential or has a power to connect you with your ancestral world and the creator himself. So when they came to want to destroy our culture, our history was a bit disturbed, was a bit scattered. We are trying to organize our history and bring it back to be accurate, so that we can accurately speak about the real history that affects us or that speaks about us. So the Ndebele is an evolving culture. We are evolving, and in the SADC, the Ndebele culture stands for everyone, not only for Ndebele. That is why it's not for only Ndebele, it's for everyone. People can learn Ndebele culture. Those who have an interest to come and learn Ndebele culture can learn Ndebele culture, can learn how to draw, because this is a language. It's a cosmical language from the creator, that he sends the message through art. Remember that art is a communication. When Rumi spoke on air, he's one of his poet. He says, art is a language of the creator. The creator speaks with us through art. So Ndebele people, we are one of the people who have preserved our art, our paintings, our mural paintings, our beadwork, and our Ndebele attire. That is why when you see the likes of Dr. Esther Mahlangu, the likes of Nosinki, they still wear the Ndebele art and the Ndebele clothing all the time. So Ndebele culture is evolving. So it will be able to sell even in the next coming 100 years. That's why people must bring their eyes to Ndebele culture.
Yeah.
Because it's not on Ndebele. If you take all those colors, they are very bright colors, and they symbolize all nations, as we are a rainbow nation. You know, yeah, definitely. We are a rainbow nation. We are a rainbow nation.
Yeah.
We are a rainbow nation.
This is really, really important what you are saying, and I definitely love what you are saying, because it's totally true. The fact that the colonizer tried to make us forget our tradition, our culture, where we are from. So it's really, really important for us to don't forget where we are from, and it's important also to pass on our heritage to the next generation, so they will not forget also, and they will be proud to be who they are, and they will know also their history. And it's really important that we are African, knows our story, and we share our story accurately. This is definitely it's a complete difference, because we used to have and to learn some stuff about our own history, but it's not told by us, it's told by the strangers, by the foreigners, by the colonizer, which is not accurate. So that's why I love what you said, because in fact, Dr. Matlangu managed to export and to promote also the culture all around the world. So speaking about Dr. Matlangu, I would like to ask you, for example, what is your opinion about this? So, because we know that here in South Africa, she's like an icon, because she managed to bring the Ndebele culture out of South Africa and to shine the Ndebele culture, to show what Ndebele culture is. But do you think that she really earn back what she provides, because she managed to do a lot of art outside of the country for luxurious brands like BMW and so on. So do you think that she while she was exposed a lot of her creation all over the world, and she think that it profits on the let's say the profit, did she really benefit from this work, or is it, you know, on the western side? If I can say that like that.
Yeah, it's a very beautiful question that you're asking, and very. I'll be frank and be very honest, because from the cultural side, I work as a preserver of our cultural heritage knowledge. So we have seen her work, and she's doing so amazing work. And I think the family is also involved, the grandchildren, and they are involved hands-on. As we know that she's managed by the Melrose Gallery in Melrose. So you remember that the art business, it's a white business. It's not for blacks. Even if we do art as black people, but the business side of making money, white people see the opportunity of making money more than us black. Us black is part of our heritage, culture, and many things that are happening within us. But looking at the art world on its own, it's a white European world, which if you want to play the game of art, you need to understand the laws. So for many years, the white people, they've been privileged to inherit the wealth from their ancestors. So that's why they have so much money to spend on art. And not only spending on art, but collecting what is valuable. And for a reason of using it in the future to benefit them. So these companies that are managing our African artists, they come with the deals that sometimes our artists don't understand what they are signing for, what they are doing. But I'll be honest that the family as a whole has benefited from all the deals, and also the gallery has benefited more on the deals, and is still benefiting more on the deals, the gallery. So the gallery must is the one that benefits more because of you. We can see, like we are here. It's not about I'm talking better about the gallery, but as you know, the music, the industry of art industry. If you assign someone to look for your work, so sometimes you are giving away your powers, and sometimes the gallery can assist on getting the name big of an artist. But the family also need to understand how to do art business, because of this one, it's a serious business.
Yeah.
It's not just a play business. It's very, very serious. So we have to educate our people, our African people communities, to know and understand the art business and the laws of the art business. That what am I signing for? Definitely the gallery is benefiting more because of they are the gatekeepers. So if you want to meet her, you'll have to go through the gallery. So they are the gatekeepers. Everything that has her name, it's run by the gallery. So that's the art business, that's the art game. But we are learning, not to give our powers to the Europeans all the time, because of even ourselves, we can do that business. We can run similar business. We can trade. We can sell this artwork overseas. We can export and import. So we have learned from that as a nation, and everyone knows, and everyone they see. It's not a hidden agenda or hidden thing. People are questioning the same question that you're asking. The family, they do benefit, and the gallery do benefit more and more and more.
So no, it's really interesting, but it's really also important, because we know that, as travelers sometimes, they just want to discover, okay, to see what is, let's say, famous, what is the trend. The Ndebele culture, the Ndebele art is very trendy actually, so we would like to visit this and this. But us, with Timuntu Travel, this is not the way of doing tourism. We are very involved with sustainable tourism. So for us, it's really important that travelers, when they come in South Africa, they really understand what is behind, the Ndebele culture. So when we met, for example, with Mam Sophie and her family, we understand the importance of being Ndebele people, and also to share this culture. So it's important to conserve and to preserve these traditions, and to make sure that they benefit from the tourism we are organizing, and not only us who plan this organization and everything. So that's why I think it's a very important question, because she's a very good artist, and she has a name now in the game, but she's not the only one. We also have other people like Mam Sophie who are able to draw and to do beautiful art, Ndebele art. So that's why I'm asking this question, because I know that you are also part of the community, and I would like to know what is, and if you can also advise people and inform people what is exactly your role in this community.
Okay, thank you. My primary role in my community, in the Ndebele community, I serve as a prince. So meaning that I'm responsible to ancestral duties of taking care of our heritage and our knowledge and our culture as Ndebele culture. So I serve as a prince, is my duties. I serve as a community developer, meaning that my main mandate is to make sure that my community is developed, is well developed, like other communities. And other communities are also well developed. And I also serve as someone who influence many concepts within my community to say, let's evolve, let's move. Like, for example, the blanket of Nosinki. It was my ideas that I advised Aranda to design blankets so that our blanket, our art can be improved. We can evolve with the quality art. Like the one that I'm wearing now, I'm wearing a Nosinki blanket. So it was made by Aranda. So that was my influence. I've worked with the Ndebele Queen, the kingdom on its own, doing her own blanket that has the Basotho features, which promotes diversity because of she's from Lesotho. She was married from we married her from Lesotho. Then we brought her to Ndebele. So we came with the concept of saying, let's match these two nations, the Basotho nation and the Ndebele nation. Then we came up with a blanket concept. Then I also worked with Thando Mahlangu, the one that was chased in one of the malls in Midrand, for him dressing African culture, dressing the Ndebele culture. We made the blanket for him just to say thank you for you being consistent and wearing the Ndebele culture. Also for the birthday, for the 85th birthday of Esther Mahlangu, we've made a special blanket with Aranda. And also for the 89th birthday, we've made a special blanket with Aranda. So those are the things that I do in the community. But all in all, I am a qualified scientist. So I'm qualified in disaster management as a scientist. I'm a specialist. So I'm using my knowledge of disaster management to stop any conflict or anything that might disturb the culture. Because if our culture is disturbed, there might be a disaster, ancestral disaster, or there might be a crisis. So by pushing this development and making sure that we are also visible, our culture is visible, we are also adding value to minimize the distraction that might happen being caused by not taking care of our culture or not preserving our culture. Because of, as we move forward, we have to preserve this culture. We have to make sure that our culture is preserved. We have to make sure that our culture is transferred to the next generation. So I work as a developer, and with Sophie, I work closely as a manager because of I started working with her, and my main aim was to expose her work, and we are looking at next she can be granted an ordinary PhD, and also she can become a doctor,
Okay, nice. Okay. And speaking about the fact that we need to pass on the tradition to the next generation. When we come to the Ndebele village, we had the opportunity to see the next generation, the kids, the boys, the girls, and it was very amazing. And it was also interesting for us to see that the girls managed to learn the traditions and to live with these traditions, while we are actually living in, let's say, in a more modern world. They don't forget about their traditions, which is very, very important, and which is also very good, because it's not just for tourism, it's inside them. So I would like to ask why it's so important for you, because for us, it's like, how can I say that? It's really important that our travelers understand the fact that we need, as African or as Afro descendant, we need to know the history and to pass on this history also to our kids, because we need the history to be told accurately, because it was not the case. It was told by foreign people, colonizers. So now we need to to rewrite the history as it was, and we need to tell the world the correct history. So why it's important also for you as Ndebele people to pass on this heritage to the next generation?
It's very important that we preserve our culture from where it came from, the evolution of our culture. Because if you look at our culture it has evolved from that time in the beginning to this time. When our painters who are doing the murals, the time before we can never paint, they used to paint, decorate their house with ash and natural elements like red sand, and they find a way to mix those things. Before the brush of painting were introduced, they used to use the feathers to paint any art to purify their homes. It's very important that those things are very preserved and they are being passed to the next generation. As we see now, the people they want to tamper with our culture. As we move into the digital world, the fourth industrial revolution. We are forgetting about things behind. We are more about things for the future. We are losing the behind important things because of when we say we develop from backwards. So that means we take knowledge from the back to the front, not leaving knowledge from the back and focusing to the future. Because of in that way, we will be a crippled nation or a crippled clan. So it's very important that we pass this culture to our children and our grandchildren so that they can learn this Ndebele art or our culture or any kind of a form of a culture from any nationality. They should preserve because the world is evolving. So as we evolve, we are not resistant to evolution, but we have to preserve. So teaching the young ones to dance, to sing, to bead, to paint is a form of passing the knowledge to the next generation. That is why if you look at these icons, the one that we have mentioned, their work has managed to affect a lot of people, to touch a lot of people. So that's why they've been granted, both of them, they've been granted the Order of Ikamanga from the Office of a President, meaning is the highest order in the art space, saying that you are doing good in the art space. So let's honor you. Once the president honor you in that space, it's very good because of for me, Sophie, they say she has become the bridge from this generation to the next generation by passing the knowledge to the next year generation, making sure that the next generation, they do understand everything, our culture, the food, the lifestyle and everything that we used to live in the olden days. So the children are the future. The children today, tomorrow, they become parents, and they are the one who's supposed to make sure that this culture is preserved, and we keep it in a way that is preserved.
Yeah, I understand. And it's really, really important also because I know that Mom Sophie, she's passing on the heritage to the kids in the village, but not only in the village. Yeah, she's also interacting in some schools. So, which is very, very interesting because it's not, we have a lot of different um culture in these schools. So it's very interesting for them to know about Ndebele culture, Ndebele art, so they can learn and they can discover also about this. So, Thulani, what is your opinion about the touristic cultural village? Uh, because you know that in South Africa, yeah, let's say some tourism or tourist operators are very friendly with cultural village, while we have real village. So, what is your opinion regarding this cultural village?
The tourist cultural village, the culture might sometimes be shocking to the tourist because of sometimes they will find that where they go, the people they don't know, like in our area, we use the pit toilets. We use pit toilets. When we use pit toilets, you find that someone from Europe, she has never used the pit toilet, so they have to go to the pit toilet. So we are evolving and taking note that as tourists come, our places and our infrastructure must meet the standard of our tourists. That's why I say sometimes it can be culture shocking to see how people live. But if you're an explorer, you're a tourist, you want to learn, you learn and understand and be in the same boat with those people because of their living day-to-day life in those conditions. So it's very, very important that we understand the cultural differences. And as we come, tourists, when they come, they should investigate about the culture. The tour guides in our area, they are not that much. We are working hand in hand with the agencies to train a lot of people to become tour guides so that a lot of people can understand how to become a tour guide. What are the tourists looking for? How to handle the tourist? Where to take the tourist? What must you show the tourist? So there's still opportunities for our youth in the villages to learn to become tour guides. So that field is still open. There's not much tour guides. There must be tour guides that will be speaking the language of the tourist.
Yeah.
Some tourists speak French, some tourists speak Portuguese, some tourists speak different language. So you find that we must kill the barrier of language barrier. There must be a flow. So we should know that our people are trained well to receive a lot of tourists and to be able to explain to them what they need to see as they are traveling. So the cultural life might be shocking, but it's an experience also to take with, because that's how we live in our setup. But luckily nowadays things are changing. People are upgrading their facilities, and the tourists are well catered now. Remember that in our village is still a village. We do everything in Pretoria. So if you go to Ndebele and you're driving the Mercedes-Benz and your Mercedes-Benz, it gets broken, we have to tow it to Pretoria. So it's still giving us an opportunity to develop our area, to make sure that we've got the enablers that will make our tourists to enjoy the stay in our area. The culture can be shocking. The culture can be exciting to see things that people are not used to.
Yeah, this is the goal of a trip. You need to explore and to be like an adventurer, because if you know exactly what will happen, it's not interesting. So you need to travel to, to see what is different, what is it about finally, even if it's like a shock, as you can say, a cultural shock. But I think, and I assume that a lot of travelers who are traveling with Timuntu Travel, they really enjoyed staying with Mam Sophie and a family at the Ndebele village, because they really, really understood, and they speak also. They spoke with Jeff, the guide who speak English, who was able also to speak Ndebele with the family. So speaking about the guide, I think it's really, really important to have guides who are local guide. They are able to speak their own language, Ndebele language, and they are also able to speak English or foreign language, which is really, really important for tourism to grow, and also for the communication. But for me, it's also important that you upgrade your level, because, as you said, if you attend to receive some travelers, you need to have a certain standard, at least the minimum. It's really important, but you also need to find the balance to have like a standard regarding maybe the accommodation, the bathroom, or something like this, but regarding the culture, the tradition, everything, you need to preserve it, because this is why finally the travelers are coming to see the Ndebele culture.
Yes, no, definitely I agree with you. Facilities must be upgraded. So as I had the opportunity to travel in our region, the SADC region, I also had the opportunity to go to Botswana at Kasane. So you find those 5-star luxurious African houses, so where people can enjoy and not see that they're in a village or where. I think our infrastructure will improve as we are working more and more, and our tour guide will improve also the system of our tour guide, because of like now, as I'm normal working, I'm sitting at home. So I'll be taking care of those issues, making sure that all the issues that are linking with tourism in my area are being sorted, and people are not finding any difficulties to visit our area. And also the issue of security. So to strengthen the security part, because of our tourists, sometimes they come with the belongings that are valuables and they become a target. So from the security background where I come from in the military, so we will look at the holistic safety of our tourists.
Yeah,
making sure that our tourists, they come safely and they go back safely. They enjoy the stay in our villages.
Yeah, which is really important, because we know that South Africa is like in the red flag for security. So we used to reassure, the travelers, to explain to them that when we bring the client to a specific spot, that means we already try it and we know that it's completely safe. So they don't have to worry about it. But it's important to hear it from your mouth, so you confirm what we are saying. So
Yeah, safety is important
Yeah.
because of a lot of travelers around Joburg. Some they've been mugged, so they've been mugged the laptops that has information. Some they are researchers, some they are scientists or collecting this data, this information. So when we work with our tourists like a big group, it will depend on category or a class. Then we'll provide safety also securities,
Yeah.
alert the police in all points to be visible. So if something happens to our tourists, so that they can be a quick response.
Yeah.
But we are working with local agencies, we're working with Department of Tourism to make sure that our places are very well secured.
Yeah, which is really important.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so, and I'm very glad because with Timuntu Travel, we organized the tour in South Africa and we have a stop at the Ndebele village for a few days. And this is quite a real and unique experience to have with them because, as you said, the Ndebele culture is not really famous in South Africa, but we need to promote this culture because it's really, really amazing. And it's also really interesting to speak about the different culture that South Africa has in his country, in the Rainbow Nation, as you said. So I'm really proud and I'm honored to know you and to know this Mom Sophie's family and everyone because you are very kind and you are very also open. So it's very important also because it's not everyone who is open to share its tradition because some people can say no, we don't want to communicate or to share our traditions because some people can steal what we are doing on our and so on and so on. But you guys, you understand the fact that no, we need to share it because we need that. As you said, maybe there are a lot of Ndebele people outside of South Africa who want to reconnect also with their roots, and they need to know that here in South Africa, in some Ndebele culture, we have this tradition still on, and we have some people who are able also to explain to you what is our traditions, what we are still doing, and why we are still doing this. So yeah, thank you for your job, for what we are doing, what you are doing, guys, because it's a lot of work. Some people can think that, oh, it's easy to plan a work like this, but no, it's not easy at all. As you said, you have to work with a lot of people, with the families, with the guide, with the new generation, with the to explain to them that okay, guys, we need to speak also foreign language. We need to welcome the client. We need to know how to welcome them. We need to upgrade the standards, but we need also to find the balance to keep and to preserve our culture and our traditions. So it's a big, big job. It's not easy to do it. And even if you are a military retired person, you are doing a great job because we can see that you are trying also to involve, as you said, the government, the tourism ministry, and so on. And let's say high level of people to make sure that they don't forget Ndebele people, which is very honorable from your side. So yeah, keep pushing and keep doing it, and we are still here to work on it also. To bring some people, travelers in this Ndebele culture, and we would like maybe to do something also different, also for the kids, because we have a lot of South African people who don't know about these Ndebele cultures. They don't know what they can do. So I'm sure we can also develop something inside the country, to make sure that people know that okay, we have also Ndebele culture. Because here in South Africa, we have also a lot of culture, but we also have foreigner people and people. African people also, white people who want to discover the Ndebele culture. So it might be also interesting to do something like that.
Yes, no, it will be very interesting to see the collaboration and the exchange of cultures from different communities. And remember that tourism is not only tourism; it links many aspects.
Yeah.
As tourists, they come. Some they can have an interest to do business or to stay in that area. Maybe they like it. So it creates a lot of opportunities for all of us. It's a win-win situation. So it's very, very important that we promote this, and the one thing that we must promote as our country promotes is the unity in diversity.
Yeah.
We are a diversified nation. We are unique. So there's no this thing to say the white must go in Europe, there's nothing as such. We are one nation. We are here, all of us. We are a rainbow nation. We just have to find a way of how can we live together. There is no one who's going anywhere. We have to share the space. We have to share the land. We have to use the land in a good way, and so that there's no one who has a bigger land. The other one doesn't have the bigger land. That's where the politics of the continent, they start coming to say, you took our land, go back to your country. But if we all share the land equally and use it equally, then we will all enjoy.
Hi, Thulani, you are going on a big topic. You like Wala, oh? You want trouble.
Yeah, I know. Maybe it's my mind. I have to touch the issue of the land because of we are in Africa.
Yeah.
We're not dreaming about Africa, to come in Africa or to go into Africa. We are already in Africa, and we were born in Africa, and we are Africans.
Yeah.
So we are of the land.
Yeah.
So we are welcoming people in our land, and let's live in our land together, and let's share our land equally.
Yeah. For me, we need, to have an African continent who will be, I hope the African continent will be united. Yeah. So I hope that we will have this unity in the diversity, but for Africans first, and then we will see. Because, we have to sharing of land, keep our land, and then we will see again. We have so much. I think we have so much to do, and we have so much to. How can I say that? We come from so far to let some people also take the land and take all the work we are doing, and some people take advantage of the work that we are doing, and we know it. So that's why I understand your position when you say we have to share equally. But some people don't think that we deserve it while we are Africans. So it's not fair. So I think for me, we are in Africa. We need to be united with other Africans and do what we have to do. So we have to share our history. We have our own history. And as you said at the beginning, we need to share the accurate history of African people because we have some kids, we have some kings, we have some queens, we have a lot of Black people who have made and created a lot of stuff. We are not just coming from slavery or something like that. So we need to show the world that, okay, in South Africa, in Africa, we don't only have war, poverty, of this kind of thing. We have beautiful traditions that we are still preserving. We are also cultural nation. We know how to live and to be united in the diversity. So for me, it's important to focus and to make sure that we keep on the eyes on what we are doing, because we are doing this for our next generation to grow, but to grow with the knowledge, to grow with the knowledge, and to make sure that they don't forget and they don't lose their heritage, because it's their heritage, it's not for someone else. So
Yeah. No, you're correctly correct. I fully agree with you. So I think these discussions must carry on, so that we can reach that one nation concept. Whether of what color or of what nation, but we are one nation. We are one human being. We are one human being. We all want to be happy, and let us live together in that way.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So we organize a tour in South Africa again in November, from the 4th to the 14th of November. So we hope that we will come again to the Ndebele village. And we used to see Ma'am Sophie's family. So we used to continue, and we will also continue next year. But I think we can manage, and we will speak about the development of what we are actually doing, maybe for the internal tourism.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Anytime we can communicate that those developments can facilitate the developments, especially to prepare for the tourists coming and making sure that there's a smooth way for tourists to enjoy visiting our area. And as we are working day to day, we are improving.
Yeah.
Improving our way of working because of Ndebele hasn't have so much tourism. So the issues and activities of tourism are lacking. So we are inviting people from the world to visit Ndebele in Mpumalanga and to come and explore our culture, our Ndebele culture, our very prideful color and our sacred geometry patterns that are fascinating people to say why these people are drawing these squares and all these triangles. What are they communicating? Come and see our beautiful houses in Ndebele, our land, our culture, our loving people, our loving community. So let's live together and explore life.
Okay, this is a great conclusion. I don't have something else to add. You said everything. So just come and discover and explore the Ndebele village with all their advantages. So feel free to come and enjoy the Ndebele culture, the Ndebele people, and the Ndebele food, everything, the Ndebele outfits, and make sure that the community benefit from your visit, which is really, really important. Because we all know when you are traveling, you used to go out to stay in an hotel, to stay in guest houses and something like that. But at the Ndebele village, you can spend the night there, you can spend several nights, and you can enjoy there, and this will benefit to the community directly, which is really important to travel sustainably.
Yeah, definitely. For my closing remarks, as we promote tourism and the issue of tourists, we're also promoting the issue of the livelihood of our communities to have a better life, to do business, to interact with communities, to sell their artifacts, to sell their artwork, to be able to interact with the nation and the whole society. So we are welcoming people to visit our place, Ndebele. Make your research more. We've got icons like Dr. Esther Masangu. We've got icons like Mesofi Masangu. We've got icons like Esther Mguni. We've got the likes of DJ Cairo. He's from Ndebele. He's born Ndebele. We've got Ntando Masangu, the Para-Olympic, is from Ndebele. We've got a lot of stars that are produced from Ndebele. So Ndebele has something to offer. So make your short left or your short right to Ndebele and come and see what we have.
Okay, great. So, if you want to discover Ndebele, just give us a call or write an email, and we will organize everything for you guys. You will not worry about everything. We will take care of everything. And just you can also forward this information to your mates, to your family and friends that that there is somewhere in Ndebele village and you would like to travel there. Just contact Timuntu Travel. We will organize everything for you, and you will meet the Prince Thulani and his Ndebele people.
I'll be waiting to receive everyone who's coming to Ndebele. We are welcoming them. So for them, they have to communicate with your company so that you can arrange all the itinerary for traveling. And then so that soon we meet. Looking forward for the visit that's coming November. We will work hard to prepare for the visit and make sure that the tourists, they do enjoy the visit. I think I'll be the tour guide for that visit.
Yeah.
Explore a few things. I'll start planning the scenery, what to show the tourists and what, and explain to them our history and our culture.
Yeah, great. Okay, I just want to thank you to Lani to accept this invitation to speak about Ndebele culture, which is really important. And I would like to thank you again for the great job and amazing job you are doing with the Ndebele people, because as I said before, it's not easy, and you stand by them. You make sure that they benefit from what you are doing, and you make sure also that the community and the tradition is still preserving, which is very, very honorable. So thank you very much for your work, and we keep posted, we keep in touch, definitely.
Yes, not definitely. And thank you for all the people who have joined our live talk. I've seen there's a guy from a travel agency from Ethiopia. Maybe next time we will add them on this live.
Yeah, this
Also,
is Muluye.
remember that.
This is
Yeah,
Muluye, my
so
partner
maybe
from Ethiopia.
oh, nice, nice. Because I'm also big on Ethiopia culture. But you can speak about it on the next live, exploring the Ethiopia and maybe checking which places to visit in South Africa for Ethiopia. What is the culture of Ethiopia? Explain about Ethiopia. I would love to explain that about Ethiopia. So I've done my research. The injera, the kurti, the tipsy, all these things.
The Mursi people.
Yeah, I've been researching about Ethiopia. Yeah, for the past 5 years to 6 years, since 2018, I've been investigating about Ethiopia, and I've discovered that Ethiopia is a cradle of all humanity. Everyone comes from Ethiopia, whether you white, whether you black, whether you green, whether you orange. Everyone comes from Ethiopia. Ethiopia is a cradle of humanity. Our next discussion is going to be Ethiopia. Thank you.
No problem, no problem. I think he will enjoy it. Because last time he missed the live we have planned together. So, but I think he will come in South Africa. So I will be I will be able to introduce him to you.
Yeah, definitely. Looking forward because I'm planning to go to Ethiopia around September during the New Year.
Huh.
So I'm looking forward to travel Africa, to connect Africa, all countries in Africa. So I'll be planning my travel into Ethiopia around September.
Okay, yeah. No problem. You see, we are here, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Thulani.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Bye. Enjoy your Sunday. Bye.
Cheers. Bye.